Hello, hello, ladies. Welcome, welcome. Good evening, everyone. It is the third day and the conversation. I'm super excited. We started out on the 25th, we continued on the 28th, and here we are. It is the last day. Someone says you save the best for the last, right? I assure you that is what is going to happen here this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're joining us in from this evening, anywhere around the world, or if it's afternoon where you are, we say welcome. I give you a leading lady welcome. My name is Isoa Okoje. I am the CEO of the Leading Ladies Foundation. And together we have brought you an amazing experience, through the equal conversations in honor of the International Women's Day. I'd say International Women's Month. Now, if you know me at all, you will know I'm an incurable lover of womanhood. I believe that women are special. Don't blame me. I'm a woman. So, welcome this evening. If you're a woman, I celebrate you. And if you're stumbling up on this video and you are a man, I celebrate you, for loving women and for being a part of what we are doing here today. So, welcome everyone. Go tell your sisters, your neighbors, your mom, your aunts, all right, let your colleagues at work, let everyone know that we have started out this evening. The Pride of Africa Equal Conversation series is on, and this is the last day. I mean, the first session, we learned a lot about taking the lead off, about maximizing opportunities where we are. We learned on the second day about the fact that every platform where you get to connect with people is a digital platform, is a technological platform, all right, and you can leverage on technology as simple as WhatsApp, as simple as Telegram, as simple as Facebook. It is not anything tech, and women can be a big part, of technology. There is no barrier as to what a woman can do and how a woman can do it and what she can achieve. All right, we learned a lot about the opportunities that exist in the agricultural and export space, right? The fact that you can export goods and services right from where you are to any place in the world. All right, we live in a global village. I know that you've heard that before, but maybe you're hearing it again in a different way. The world is a global village. We live in a time, and I'd say it's the most privileged or the best time, all right, and we are privileged to be living in this time where you can connect with anyone anywhere around the globe. There is no limits as to how you can do business and the opportunities that you can take advantage of in business. So I welcome you today. All right. So glad to be having you here. If you are just joining us in, I say you are welcome. Do let me know where you are joining us in from this evening. All right. Share your flags. All right. Wherever you are, joining in from Nigeria, anywhere in Nigeria, joining in from Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, Zimbabwe, all right, anywhere in Africa, or you're joining us in from the United Kingdom, Trinidad and Tobago, United States, let me know where you are joining us in from, all right? Send your flag in, let's know. We're super glad to have you here. All right, I'm just so excited. There is never a time that women gather to learn and gather to be exposed to knowledge that is a wasted venture. I tell you right now, from where you are, you can change your life, you can change your experiences, and you can get on a new journey by the people that you know, by the books that you read, by the trainings that you take, literally by your environment. The Leading Ladies Business Institute, what we do is not only train women and empower women, through financial and business education, is also to create an empowering environment for every woman to thrive. All right, it's our goal, it's our desire to empower 1 million women by the year 2030, 1 million African women. We want African women to become financially independent and, of course, financially free. We believe it is achievable. We believe, and our desire is to help women build businesses that will outlive them. We want you to leave a legacy. We want your children's children to inherit your businesses. We want to see your business succeed 100 years, 200 years, right? If the world doesn't end. And that's because you are learning the ropes and you are implementing the right business structure, all right, to building businesses that outlive you. If people have done it before, then you can do it. You only need access to the right education, to the right network, and the right information. And these we supply at the Leading Ladies Business Institute. So if you're just joining us in, you are welcome. This program is hosted by Leading Ladies Business Institute, also called LLBI. We are Africa's foremost training academy for women entrepreneurs. You want to be a part of what we are doing here and join us to raise an army of financially independent women that will change the economic scope of Africa all around the world. So you're welcome in this evening, and I'm super glad that you're here. If you are wondering what are you going to learn, you're going to get exposed to knowledge today that will help you take your business from where it is to where you want to be. So stick around. All right, over the next 50 minutes, we will be giving you vital information to help you position as a 21st century woman doing business or about to do business. I have in the studio with me an amazing woman. I love her so much. Her name is Ada, and she's our programs and partnership manager for the Leading Ladies Business Institute. And she'll be coming on board as we introduce our speaker for this evening. But just before she comes up on board this evening, I want to ask you a question. What are your expectations? All right. Are you joining this live stream to learn? I believe that you are. It's also going to be a great opportunity to network with women. So don't be in a hurry to go. Welcome, welcome. Don't be in a hurry to go. Do not be in a hurry to leave. We'll be introducing some very important opportunities, all right, that you can latch on with us at LLBI. So we have a huge load of opportunities for you that you can take advantage of. You know, I've seen women walk through school and become completely transformed in a matter of weeks. I've seen women come who have no business idea, and I mean no business idea, no idea about what they want to do or how they want to do it. And in a matter of weeks, they have come up with awesome ideas that they have started to execute. All right. So you may be there saying, I'm not sure I need this. I dare say that you do. All right. You do. If you are hoping to be successful, if you are hoping to be wealthy, then you need multiple sources of income. And one way that you can do that is to build and establish a business. All right. And you can do it well with the Leading Ladies Business Institute. We empower women to be on the global stage doing businesses all around the world from wherever you are. All right. From wherever you are, from Nigeria to the world, from Kenya to the world, from Zimbabwe to the world. It is about the knowledge that you have access to. All right. So thank you so much. I believe that Ada will be joining us in shortly as we go into the lineup for this evening. Over the next 50 minutes, we will be introducing you to awesome opportunities that are available for you. Now, if you haven't read a book in a long time, you know, I hear women say that, oh, I haven't read the book since I left school. Oh, I don't like to read. I'm not sure I like reading. This is one thing that we would help you achieve, right? In a community of women that are reading, that are expanding their minds, you get to read as well. The same energy will rub off on you, all right? So if you're here, you've been struggling to read, or you're not even sure what you should do with your business, you've probably been running for the last maybe 5 years, 10 years, or 2 years, or you just started. I would say that one of the most important things that you can do as a business owner or as a woman entrepreneur is to gain knowledge about how to run a business. It is one thing to say, I cook well, and then I go start a cooking business. It is one thing to have a skill. It's another thing to know the business side of that skill. What usually happens is that most women have that skill. They know how to cook. They can make clothes really fantastically well. They can do nice makeup. They can do things. They can do stuff. They can create a website. You can create an app. That is a skill. The other side will be how to make that skill into a business, that is a different ball game entirely. One of the things that separates those that do business excellently well and those that do not is the level of information that they have and knowledge that they are exposed to. At the Leading Ladies Business Institute, what we will do is expose you to knowledge that would help you, build your business into a global brand. It is not by chance that those who build global businesses build it. It is said, that the secret of great men is in their stories. And listening to them, you would learn, you would know, you'll find the reasons why they did certain things, how they did it, and how they got the same result. There's a particular law I love so much. It's called the law of cause and effect. All right. It is said that if you can find what caused a particular result or a particular effect in this case, if you repeat the same thing, you will get exactly the same result. I mean, no, not kidding you, exactly the same result. All right. So, for instance, you find somebody who has done A, B, C, X, Y, Z and gotten a particular result. All you need to do is take that template, repeat it again, and I dare say you will get the exact same result. All right. So, it is a journey and a lifestyle of learning. What we introduce you to in the Leading Ladies Business Institute is a lifelong learning culture. I'm going to say that again. What we introduce you to at the Leading Ladies Business Institute is a lifelong learning culture. Wealthy people never stop learning. Wealthy people never stop growing. Wealthy people never stop networking. Wealthy people never stop reading. They never stop improving and expanding their mind. In fact, they put a premium on knowledge a lot. You never find a wealthy man who does not value knowledge, who does not value personal development, who does not value growth, because they know the only way they are able to maintain their wealth and keep it going is by the knowledge that they have. So you want to become wealthy, it all starts in the mind. All right. Have you read this book before, Think and Grow Rich? That book is amazing. If you haven't read it before, it is one book I would recommend to anybody who has any desire to build something, worthwhile. It is a beautiful, beautiful book, right? Because really, where wealth is not in what we own. Wealth is not in how many landed properties, all right, or vehicles, or infrastructure that you have. Wealth is in who you are. Somebody says, take all I have, put me in a desert. They say, but give me a book and a pen. I would reproduce it again. And that's so true, right? Because wealth is who a person is. So you want to become a wealthy woman, all right? You want to become a financial mogul. You want to become, a strong woman in business. You want to be in the scenes of African economy. What do you need to do? Begin to invest in yourself today, right now, at this very moment. Begin to invest in yourself. Get enrolled in that training program, right? Start reading that book. Learn, 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 learn. You are your best investment. I mean, if I'm ever going to have 1 minute to speak with women, one thing I like to tell them is you are your best investment. Whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you want to achieve is possible, it is achievable, but it's entirely up to you. How well you can build that business, grow your wealth, grow your income is directly proportional to knowledge that you have. The reason you're not producing results in tens of millions, all right, or as you desire to, is simply because in your mind you have not risen to that level. So you want to grow your income, then grow your person. I think this is the biggest thing I would tell any woman that I meet. Develop yourself, invest in yourself. You are your best investment. All right, I'm sure that we have Ada here now, so I don't just go on talking and talking and talking. I can talk from now till tomorrow.
Yes, you can.
Ada, so good to have you here. Super
Thank you.
excited. Thank
It's so good to
you.
see you. You look so bright and beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. And today
So
is the
much.
last day, the third day. I can't believe you're on the last day already.
I'm telling you.
God, you just just feels like last week we were commencing this conversation series, and today we're already
We're
on the
wrapping it up,
wrapping it up, and it's
and
been
it's
a
been so
phenomenal week.
empowering.
Like back to back, our
Yeah,
speakers were giving
true.
insightful and very impactful information. I think I saw someone's review, and the person was saying that she had already started implementing some of the tips that the speaker gave, especially the one that the
Awesome.
first speaker gave. She realized that she could do so much with some of the digital tools she has been overlooking. And now she's even looking at implementing a couple of some other things that were mentioned, Flutterwave, website. She had kind of been looking at those things as really complex theories, but now it's been broken down for her and she's looking forward to it. It just makes me comments like that makes me really excited about what these conversation series is capable of doing with women
Yeah,
owned businesses. Yeah, and I'm super looking forward to today's conversation because we're
me
having it with
too.
another phenomenal woman. And she's someone who is very much invested in the opportunity space. To see a woman who has craft and charted a path that is less traveled by women,
Mm.
and she has heavily invested in the use of technology to facilitate her line of business. I'm just so curious and really looking forward to hearing her talk about her journey thus far, how she has been able to navigate this, the things that she has learned along the way, and how she can help other women as well. And I can already tell it's going to be a very, very amazing evening. Thank you so much, PI. Yeah. So, hello, ladies. Good evening. How are we all doing today? As I mentioned earlier, we're already on the last day of this series, and I cannot believe that it's the last day. It's been 3 amazing days of hanging out with you guys and our speakers, and I have been transformed by it. Learning from these women, these very great, successful women, hearing their stories, hearing all that they've been able to achieve with the use of digital solutions, however basic, but really, really tremendous. On the first day, we learned from our first speaker how she was able to use very basic tools like Google and Instagram to transform her business, and and she tripled her income. It was really amazing. And we could also see the role that digital solution plays in export. You see, export is a gold mine that every woman in business should be looking to leverage to scale her business. Imagine being able to sell your products to without like a boundless amount of people. There's no cap to it. You are somewhere in Nigeria, you're located somewhere in Mali, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Togo, wherever you are. Imagine that your product has traveled beyond the shores, beyond the borders. You're living in a borderless world, and the digital solutions, the tech, and all of this advanced technology can help you achieve that. Now, when we say this, you don't have to think about very complex things like website, which is necessary. But if you're looking to start, you can start with something really simple, and that's what a lot of our speakers have tried to buttress to us. Yesterday, we have one, sorry, not yesterday, I feel like it was yesterday, right? So by the second day, we had one of our speakers come on to tell us how her organization has been able to infuse technology into agricultural processes, which is superb because now she's able to interface with the rural villagers. She's able to use digital solution to interface with the small holders farmers in the villages.
Mm.
These sort of solutions, when you think of how you can infuse, now you may not be directly in these industries, but what it tells us is the principle is the same. You just have to apply it to whatever industry you
Absolutely.
are in. I'm looking forward to our next speaker tonight. She
Me
is,
too.
when I say she's amazing, she is amazing. And to think that I've been following her right from when I was in uni. I remember that a lot of the scholarship opportunities that I applied for, I actually saw on her platform. She's one woman that I've been looking forward to meeting, and I'm super, super stoked that I'm going to be talking to her tonight. Like, I've been looking for her, I've read her book, I've been following her bumper to bumper. So I'm going to gain virtue from her tonight, just hearing her
So,
tell her story about how far she's come, about many travails that she has come through, and how she has been able to, leverage digital solutions, and any other wisdom that she can share with us tonight.
so let's go.
So, without further ado, let me introduce our speaker for this evening. Actually, for me, she's a woman that needs not much introduction. Her name is Grace Iheja Maizu. She's an award winning social entrepreneur. She's a personal and career development educator. She's an investor and opportunity curator with over 10 years in facilitating access to quality education and opportunities. She is also a lecturer at the University of Calabar and holds a master's degree in rural sociology and community development with a PhD in social work underway. When I say this woman is phenomenal, she is literally the definition of the word phenomenal. Now, going further, she is the founder of I Capture Networks, an after school center that works to educate, engage, and empower the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs. Since inception, iCapture has reached over 6,000 young people, especially out of school youths. She's also the founder of OpportunityDesk.org, the largest global online platform that shares relevant opportunities for youth across the world. Her experience running Opportunity Desk since 2012 is a major inspiration for writing her first book, Go Global with Opportunities, which I made mention of earlier. Ladies and sprinkles of gentlemen, without further ado, please let's give our final guest for this conversation series a warm LLBI welcome. Let's make welcome our guest for this evening, Grace Ihejamaizu. Hello,
Hi,
Grace. Good
everyone.
evening. Oh my God, I'm stoked. Like, I'm going forward tell myself right now. I'm talking to the Gracie Jamaizu. My God, do you know how long I've been following your journey? Right from uni, I've been following you, just watching your growth and reading your book. I was super, super amazed at how much you were able to achieve. I think when you were like the first young girl to go out there and win, you won one scholarship, one program, and you went out there and you came back to Nigeria. Why did you come back to Nigeria?
Of course, I'll come back.
I think that would be my first question.
If I didn't come back, they would probably deport me. But I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Thank
All
you
right. So for the benefit of those who don't know you, let me allow you introduce yourself and just tell us a bit about what you do.
My name is Grace Ihejamaizu Paul, and I am a social entrepreneur, opportunity creator. A lot of people have called me the queen of opportunities, and I like to accept the title. You know, I'm a mom, married, and right now I'm on a mission to help young people across the world gain access to global opportunities and really giving them the support, the guidance that they need to make that happen because people struggle with these things. I wrote the
Wow.
book, but it's not enough.
That's really
Right?
amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people want to be out there. They want to take their craft global. They want to exchange with other people from across, cultures and countries, but they just don't know how. And even though we are posting millions of thousands of opportunities, it's difficult to navigate the application process. So I am working towards helping more people, go through all of that and be where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Uh, Thank you so much for joining us in this conversation series. And I'm very, very sure that by the end of today, we would have been really, really impacted by your wealth of knowledge. So I think I just want to start with like the very obvious ones before we go into the very deep conversation. So, as a woman in the social enterprise space, and you're doing so much, you're a personal and career educator, you're into a lot of things. I want to ask you, what has been the biggest challenges you as a woman has faced in your industry? And when it comes to scaling your business, what has been like some of the challenges that you have faced? And has there been any need, or at what point have you used technology to, solve some of those problems?
Thank you. I guess one of the obvious challenges would be the one that most women like me would be battling with, which is really balancing family, career, your business, school, and everything. It gets hard. I had a baby almost 2 years ago. And I'm still in that new mom phase. Currently doing my PhD program in a foreign land. I'm here alone. My husband doesn't live here all the time. And so it gets difficult trying to be a mom, be everything, and still be a student, full time student. And then there's the part of you that wants to give back to young people. There's also the part of you that has to manage employees. I'm running two to three organizations, and that means that I work with teams of people across the country and outside the country. So I have to manage those people. I have to manage the people in my home, in my family. I have to manage myself. I guess just juggling all of that
Mm,
overwhelming. It's one of the biggest challenges, and I can't say that I've arrived at a point where I feel like I have it all together. No, it's a progress, an ongoing journey of figuring out all the time what's priority now, what can you achieve now, what has to suffer a little bit for something else to be done. um, I guess even just on the acknowledging that I'm going through that phase, and then finding ways to delegate, allow people to do their thing, allow them to thrive, allow them to feel like they own part of your vision so that they can work with or without your supervision, and so that things move forward, and not necessarily in a perfect way, but that
mm,
everybody's doing their best, and you're acknowledging
yeah,
that it has helped me in the last couple of years. I left Nigeria and I left businesses, and there are people who are making sure that things are happening, and it
mm,
took a lot of courage for me to be able to let go a part of myself
yeah,
to, come forward and take the lead. Yeah,
mhm,
I guess that's how I'm able to overcome that. Prioritizing, knowing that family comes first before anything else, but finding a way to manage things, outsource when I have to outsource, and give myself a break. When I need to give myself a break and just relax. I guess away from that, the other challenge, of course, would be with managing people, especially the
mm,
people that you work with, managing emotions and desires and their skills and
mm,
talents and outputs and all of that. So, yes, I'm glad that we're having this conversation because technology has been a major part of my life and my businesses. And without all the tools that I've been using, I probably would be lost right now. I probably would be in a lot of trouble. And we'll get to
mm,
talk about it as, as we move along.
yeah,
Some of the, I mean, several tools you asked, several tools
yeah,
from, for someone who runs a platform like Opportunity Desk. One of the things I was faced with about 5 years ago or so was the fact that one day we just woke up and our traffic just shut up like this. It went from here to here. And I still remember clearly getting an email from the platform that used to host our websites. And they said, we're sending this email to let you know that we can no longer continue to host your website. And the reason is that the traffic is too much for our servers to manage, and it's affecting other clients who are hosted on our platform. And this is not a Nigerian hosting platform. This is an American-based hosting platform. So I felt very disappointed and, of course, not happy. It took about if a week or so, just to resolve that problem. They could no longer host us, and so I knew that it was time to go. They call it self-hosted, go self-hosted, go, and that means a lot, spending more money, having more specialized skills to manage that. So I had to get people to start to work towards helping us migrate the platform to Amazon Web Services. That was the first time I heard about Amazon Web Services, AWS. Very difficult, complicated platform to use, but thank God for tech, a member of the team who handles most of our tech related issues. So he spent nights just figuring out how AWS works and how to migrate our hosting to that platform so that we're now self-hosted and we're managing everything from the back end. And it was a turning point for me because I've been using digital tools before then, but that was at that point I knew now you know what's happening. You're basically on your own and you're now managing everything, including security issues and all those everything else that comes with it. So we've used other things like cloud computing platforms. AWS helps us also manage our email newsletter services. It used to be very expensive. I mean, we have over 100,000 subscribers, and if you go on Mailchimp right now and type 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 plus subscribers, you would see that the typical amount you'd pay is $2,000. Yes, every month. Go and check it out. It's there. And of course, your subscriber base is growing on a daily basis. I mean, on a daily basis, not less than 100 new subscribers on a daily basis, on a very good day. And it just became increasingly difficult and expensive to send emails the usual ways we did. Even though it was easier to send emails through their platforms, it just became too expensive for us to manage. So AWS again came to our rescue, and now we pay almost next to nothing just to send over 500,000 emails every month. And that's again a digital tool that is helping us. And we also use, we leverage Google. Google is great. They have lots of services. There's Google Drive. Even as simple as Google Drive is, you can use the tweets or the files to share documents and collaboratively work with team members, regardless of where they are based. Everyone is making an input and you can see it. It's live. Those are tools that have helped us, just to automate, to make our operations more effective, more efficient, and smoother. Something else, of course, we use is for our kind of website. You see that there are lots of pictures. Sometimes we need to do a lot of designs, and I know how I used to pay people, graphic designers, to come up with designs for us. But we found a way. Thank God for Canva. We're one of the first. I knew Canva when Canva just came out several years ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm upgrading. So from day one, I never used Canva free. We just, went pro, and that's another thing that women entrepreneurs need to know. When you find tools that are helpful to you, consider going pro. If they have a pro version, consider subscribing to it. It might feel like you're spending money, but then if the return on investment is great for your business, I suggest that you do that, because Canva continue to give us access to other features that were not available in the platform. So we're able to do our designs, we're able to do everything we needed to do without paying a dime to anyone. So yeah, those are some of the tools. I could go on and on. There's so many. There's one, I think, there's this Zoho for emails. We use that to manage customer interactions, and that really helps us not to be using email.com.
Yes, the CRM. I think I've heard of that.
Customer relationship management software. Zoho is a great tool. I recommend it to everyone. It's not very expensive. You can actually start out using their free service, but then as you grow and maybe you start to exceed your limits, you can then upgrade to something else. And of course, finally, social media. Social media is not just what it is. We use Facebook. In fact, We use Facebook, we use WhatsApp, we use everything, every platform. But Facebook and WhatsApp have proven to be very effective in helping us as a team to collaborate, to talk. I wanted my team to use Slack, but when I realized that not everybody is techie, and Slack can be a bit, complicated for some people, I decided, let's use platforms that are already free to access and easy to navigate. We've been using WhatsApp and Facebook as simple and as common as they are to facilitate our conversations as a team.
Mm.
So, yeah, those are some of the tools that we use opportunities that makes our work easy.
Yeah. So I'm in Nigeria, and at some point I think my network acts foggy a bit. So
Okay.
I really wanted to hear what you said regarding Slack and team management, but somehow my network booted me out. Please, if you could take that point again regarding
Okay.
using Slack to manage the team and
Honestly,
family.
I think, oh yeah, I get what you're saying now. So Slack is a great tool. I belong to several Slack communities, but I'm saying that for our OD team, we just don't
Mhm,
use Slack, because you're talking, there are non-tech people in the team, and you
mhm.
don't want any barriers to communication. Someone can just let you know, say tomorrow that, oh, I couldn't join the meeting, or I didn't see the announcement because it's Slack, or it's anything else. So I decided,
Ah,
what's the easiest way to communicate with team members so nobody complains, nobody gives you excuses? This is an employer talking now, and I understand how. I'm also an employee. I mean, I work with a university, and I know how it feels sometimes, even when you're not feeling up to it, and then you find excuses not to be present. So, in order just not to give room for things like that, we decided that we'll be using WhatsApp and Facebook group. We have like an admin Facebook platform where we post anything we see, we post it there, and everybody can see, and they know that we are posting stuff there. But then on
mhm,
WhatsApp, we're communicating. If something just happens, everybody can access WhatsApp and put it on the group, and that has
mhm.
helped. That has helped us. That's what I'm saying. Any other tool that you can use to facilitate communication amongst your team members, I think would be great, as long as it works for you.
So, just right here, you see why I said that I was already looking forward to this conversation because I could tell it's going to be really, really impactful. So, you've talked about team management, you've talked about even using digital solutions to simplify your own personal life as a mom, as a wife, as an employer, as an employee. You just, use a lot of these tools to prioritize what you should give your attention to, and that has helped you. So
Okay,
am
I
I
can.
back? Can you guys hear me?
Welcome back.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Nigeria. Okay, so I was going to say that a lot of ladies listening to us right now, as just by way of recapping, she has made mention of the fact that she has used some of these digital solutions to simplify and prioritize per time what needs to be prioritized. She has given her attention. She knows when to take a break and when to, just breathe, take all these in, and reboot for the these are very important things and should not be overlooked, regardless of um, however big or however much enterprises that you may be controlling as an entrepreneur. So, moving forward now, Grace, could you tell us how you think the digital solutions can be leveraged to enhance access to education and training for women entrepreneurs, particularly for women entrepreneurs in marginalized communities?
Hmm. How they can leverage digital solutions?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, you're selling clothes, you're selling whatever it is you're selling, I believe that there are ways to leverage technology. There are ways
Mm,
to leverage technology. So whether you are taking snapshots of your products and then putting them on your social media platforms, your WhatsApp status, your Facebook page, your Instagram page. That is you leveraging technology. And what that does for you is that it just gives your business more visibility. And beyond visibility, it keeps you top of mind um,
mhm,
for your potential clients and even existing clients. A lot of people don't do that, and I think that that's wrong. You just assume that people know you, so they should remember to buy from you. But if you're not constantly putting your product out there on the platform where people are going to, because if we want to look at it, when you wake up in the morning, if we want to be truthful to ourselves, when we wake up in the morning, apart from praying and using the restroom or the washroom, the first thing we do is press our phones. And what are we doing? We're checking Instagram, we're checking WhatsApp, we're checking Facebook. We want to see what's the latest, what has somebody put out. Even though at that time we're not planning to buy anything, we're scrolling through or we're seeing things, right? And if as a business person you're not taking advantage of that and being present, you're not utilizing that technological tool. I guess something else is, of course, especially for those in underserved communities, digital tools have now made it possible and easy to create your own website where you can house information about your businesses and not just your website, but create your own online store. We have e-commerce. There's something I'm going to share here. I won't say too much, but I'll just make it a more general statement. There's someone I know from Nigeria who's making a lot of money from Etsy, from an e-commerce platform like Etsy. You may not have heard about it. It's one of the largest e-commerce platforms for entrepreneurs, especially solo entrepreneurs. There's Amazon as well. There are ways to create your own online store on platforms like that. And that's one way you, in your even if you're in a village, in a rural area, you don't need to go to the city. You just need to have the knowledge. How do I create this store? How do I create a payment platform that would work for me? Who can I reach out to that can accept payments on my behalf if Nigeria is not making it easy for me? How can I put out my products out there? So what this person does is really simple. They create their products and then they just put the pictures there, and customers from outside of the country, not even in Nigeria, see these products, place orders for them, and they are way billed via DHL. That's just an idea or an example of how someone from an underserved community or a rural area or a disadvantaged area can leverage technological tools, digital platforms, and solutions to advance their businesses, to create, to reach more customers and clients. Um, I've talked about social media, I've talked about websites and online stores, and I guess even managing your business finances. I know people who are teaching women how to do accounting, and it's very important. How are you taking stock of your sales, your money coming in and money going out? What digital tools are you using to manage your finances? Do you even know simple invoicing? There are some of these things are automated. Now, if someone sends us an email and they need something, there are platforms you can now use to quickly create an invoice and send it to that client. And once they make payment, and a receipt is automatically sent to them as well, saving you, countless hours of trying to make calculations or even printing those receipt booklets that traditionally print just to take record of sales. So all these tools are available now. You just need to take time to research them and find the ones that will work for your kind of business. And it's so important that women start to take these things seriously because it's one way to quickly scale what you're doing and reach more people and make more money. We really need that.
All right. Thank you so much. Those are like really great tips that you've shared there, from social media to online stores to hosting your own websites. On day two, I made mention of the fact that owning your own website, it can be likened to buying your own property. You could stay on social media and have a page on social media, but that is just as far as it goes. If
Yes.
anything should happen, you cannot trust the security. I mean, there was a time Instagram shut down. I think it was last 2 years. For like 3 days, people were stranded. People didn't know what to do or where to go to.
Hmm.
This network is amazing today, or how to even manage or navigate. So it's really important that a lot of women entrepreneurs aspire to own their own websites and to like aspiring to own your own property in the web space so that you can manage whatever issues. They are very limited, even if you were to have any issue. Now, it may be a bit complicated for a woman who is not tech savvy, but like you heard Grace mention, she has someone on her team who does or who handles the tech stuff, and she provides oversight. She lets the person know, this is what I want to achieve with my web page, this is what we're looking, this is what we will be utilizing it for. And then you just keep a very close eye on what this person is doing for you, so that peradventure something happens, you can always tweak or manage things on your own, or at least be able to communicate efficiently and effectively to hand over to.
Yeah,
Now,
just to add to that, I do go on. Sorry to
yeah.
cut you. I know it's easy to say that,
Mhm.
and to even outsource most of these things to people, but it's not the best, right? If for me, if I'm going to outsource something to you, I would have an idea of what that thing is. So even when you're done with your work, at least I know how to go and, like you said, fine tune and put finishing touches if I need to. But for me, I actually get down to doing the work. I get down to doing the hard work. And I just want to encourage women out there. I know at first it seems overwhelming, it seems complicated, but you have what it takes. You have what it takes. There are platforms that now make it very easy. For example, I started my coaching business, and instead of waiting for someone to send me an email and then I start scheduling the meeting and then put it in my calendar so I don't forget, that's stressful. How many people am I going to do that for and get on with my day? And we're talking about work-life balance. But then if you have the habit of asking questions, you will receive answers. I started asking
Yes.
myself, how can I automate this process? And the question, as I asked the question, I saw the answers on YouTube, I saw the answers on Google. How can I automate this process? And then what two ways you can go about it? You can go about the research on your own. Go to Google, ask, find videos, articles, read through, figure it out. Or you can ask someone who has gotten it right. And if you look around, you'll find people who have gotten it right. Maybe someone on social media, you don't have to be very close to them, but you see that they are doing it well. Go to their DMs, initiate a conversation, maybe on LinkedIn, send them a message. How do you do this? So many people have reached out to me to say, how were you able to do this and how were you able to do that? And I just simply share the details. And if they
Mm.
ask you to pay to show them, pay that money. Like the previous speaker, I heard her when Mrs. Sokoji, I heard when she said, pay for that training. And that's the truth. Don't be too rigid and selfish to yourself. If someone has the information you're looking for, ask them. That's all it takes. And you find that using tech is not as complicated as you thought it would be. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. If there are older people using tech,
It's really great. Network. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you short. I thought you had finished. The network is just
okay, it's
acting up.
fine.
So I was just going to say that it's really great that you made mention of asking questions, asking people within your network, or even just researching using the internet. Because my next question was going to be around mentorship, the role that you think that mentorship plays in helping women entrepreneurs succeed in this digital age, and how these can be facilitated through technology. Now, let me like break that down a bit. You know how we talk about, oh, the world is now a global village and
Mhm.
there's so many people doing the things that you want to do. They've even done it for years. And let's say this person is in Canada or this person is in some country somewhere, and you want to leverage this person's experience, you want to get close. And now you've talked about mentorship. It's just, you've talked about asking questions. It just makes a lot of sense. Like, how entrepreneurs, how, sorry, my
I
back. Okay,
can.
yes. All right. So how can more thank you. How can more women entrepreneurs, leverage technology, mentorship relationship to be able to advance their businesses or advance their organizations in this digital age?
So thank you for that question, because lately I've been speaking to a lot of my peers,
Mm,
and I really appreciate that they can be that open with me, because for a very long time, people see their peers and people who are doing something similar to what they're doing as competitors. And
Mm.
that is one of the biggest holes you can put yourself in. When you see someone doing something, whether they are your equal or they are your age mate or you went to the same secondary school or not, instead of envying them, instead of seeing them as competitors, find a way to learn from them. Reach out to them and ask questions and ask for help. And as women, we need our fellow women to support us as much as possible. Check out women who are very, very successful and loved for what they do. There's another woman giving them some kind of ginger or something. There is always another woman giving them some kind of ginger, most often, most of the time. So I encourage you, if you don't have that type of person, start building that network of people. I call them personal board of advisors. So whether you want to be formal about it or you want to be informal about it, it's up to you. But when you start a new business or you're in this line of business, you should be able to identify 3 to 4 people that make up your personal board of personal, just as businesses have board of advisors. In fact, your business should have a board of advisors to start with.
Yeah.
I don't see why you're running a business and you shouldn't have that. But if you don't have that, then have at least a group of people you can run to who will not envy you, who will not compare you with themselves, who are genuinely happy for you and ready to celebrate you and ready to help you out of challenges, show you the way, give you tips, give you advice. I have such people.
Hmm.
These are not people that you may always talk to every day, but these are people who genuinely care about you, and not just about you, but about the business. They understand what you're doing and they're willing to, help. If I tell you, I have people on my team for the past 10 years, they have never taken a dime called salary.
Hmm.
Many people will not believe that. I understand that it's good to, there's nothing I've not done. Okay, let me just put you on a payroll. Let it, I don't want to feel guilty that you're doing, they don't want that. You know why? Because of how I even approached them in the first place and how I sought their help for certain things. And, how they came on board and how I also, by God's grace, appreciate them for the little they do. These people continue to pour themselves, they continue to do things without asking for a dime. And every time I have a new project, there's always that one person that will say, "Oh, I'm going to do this. Don't worry about it," and things like that. Learn to approach people. If you find somebody that you admire, make friends with them. Be genuine about that friendship. I know you're asking me about mentorship, but let's not deceive ourselves. This thing called mentorship, we have abused it, and sometimes we have misconstrued it. I am a pro. I'm an advocate for get a mentor, right? I'm an advocate for everyone needs someone in their lives. And please do have someone in your life. But as a business person, also recognize that there are people around you already who have the knowledge, the resources that you are looking for. They know the strategy that might work. They may be able to see things you're not seeing and they can advise you appropriately. So find them, connect with them, build your circle of friends, whether you call them personal board of advisors or just friends who are supporting you. Make sure that you recognize them, their place in your life, and you are not shy to reach out to them for help. So Adogo the network has kicked her out. But instead of taking a pause before she returns, I guess I should just go on. Okay, you're back.
Yes, I am. Yeah, the network is really, really acting great. I'll speak positive. It's acting great today. So before the network booted me out,
So before Adugo comes back, I just want to also say that, back to what we're talking about, leveraging digital solutions, that digital tools can also help you connect with some of these people we call mentors, right? LinkedIn is one platform where you can meet with like-minded people in your industry, people in your field, in your kind of business. Instagram is another great place. There are people who are already in your niche, who are doing what you're trying to do, and you can always find ways to connect with them. Someone said, build your own community of supporters. Building that community is very important so that these people can, stand by you, to help you, to lift you up, to celebrate you. Welcome back, Adugo. I can't hear you. I think you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great, great. So let me just go straight into asking the next question, which is something I've been looking forward to. So you founded opportunitydesk.org, right?
Yes.
And this has become like the largest global resource for opportunities when you're talking about grants, you're talking about scholarships, you're talking about whatever kind of opportunity that there is out there, you're very likely to find it on there. So how can this platform now be leveraged to support women entrepreneurs looking to expand their business and impact more people?
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, it's simple. We post about is fully funded global opportunities, from grants for your business to competitions for your business, and most of these competitions come with funding and mentoring and networking and quite a lot of things that can help you improve your business, to fellowships as well. Fellowships are
Mm,
great for business entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, because it affords you the opportunity to exchange with people from other backgrounds, other entrepreneurs like yourself from other countries, and then learn new skills, share your own business experiences, get advice, get ongoing support, and then access to even more opportunities within that fellowship network. And of course,
mm,
there are scholarships in case you want to go and do an MBA abroad or a business related course. There are scholarship opportunities to even attend conferences where other business entrepreneurs will be featured at. And there are grants, awards, because when we do the work we do, we also want to be rewarded for that work. And there are lots of award opportunities out there that people don't even know exist. We post all of this on opportunitydesk.org. So if you're a woman entrepreneur and you want to leverage those opportunities, I suggest turning on your notifications for anything we post on OD, subscribing to the newsletters so you don't miss out on any information. And when you find something, really taking
mm.
that time to read through the
Investigate.
information and be sure that you qualify before you go ahead to apply, giving it your best shot, and then keeping your fingers crossed that something good will come out of it. So I went ahead to write that book for people who would like some kind of guidance, to access these opportunities. And beyond the book, now we are starting an online course. We're launching an online course soon that can now help people even better, give them access to templates, and more resources that can help them fully, um, uh, utilize these opportunities and put in strong applications. So yes, Opportunity Desk is that platform that's there. Whatever you see there, be assured, rest assured that it's authentic, it's genuine, and we have
Mm,
taken our time to do our research. So there's no question of scam or fake opportunities or anything like that. So yeah,
mm.
we have lots of stuff up there for entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Grace. So, ladies, you've heard it. Do not restrict yourself. Just go right now to opportunitydex.org, turn on your notification, and begin to take advantage of the opportunities that you see there. Begin to look them up, look at the ones that you're qualified for, and just take a stab at it. Right. So as we draw this conversation to a close, I think that what would be like my final question for you tonight is, what advice do you have for women entrepreneurs who are looking to just start out and are looking to use digital tools and technology to scale their business? I know we've mentioned a lot, but if we could just like bring that, like tie it all in together, what would be that last word you have for them? And what key principles should they keep in mind?
Okay, before I share that, thank you for asking. I just want to touch on something I feel we overlook all the time, but it's so critical to our businesses, especially when we are saying we want to start using digital tools and technologies. And that is being safe online, being safe online. I wouldn't say I took it for granted, but I didn't pay as much attention or even invest in keeping Opportunity Desk safe, keeping myself safe online until we got hacked. And when we got hacked 2 years ago, everything came crumbling down. In fact, it felt like you've been building for years, and then in 1 minute, someone just crushes and brings everything you have built down. So opportunity was completely off, like completely off the radar. We didn't have access to our pages. So the person had brought
Wow.
down the website, brought down, taken over even our Facebook, our Facebook page. I had to go through some kind of legal procedure to get the page back. But for the website, it was hard because they infected it with viral, is it called virus now? With malware, with everything you can think of. It completely took over. And we lost traffic, we lost people, we lost so much. And of course, I prayed about it, but then after praying, you have to get back to action. And we a lot of great people were around me that time to support and hiring a lot of professionals in that field. And we finally recovered the website and strengthened our passwords, educated all team members on how to be safe online, because on a daily basis we receive emails that just want us to click on the link. They come in different ways. It was so bad. The same group of people went ahead to create another website with our name, and then started to divert our traffic to their website, and they are posting like ridiculous things, and it was a crazy experience. I cannot imagine that happening to any other woman entrepreneur. It's crumbling. So I just wanted to emphasize that we need to be safe online. We need to take cybersecurity issues seriously and find a way to protect our businesses and protect ourselves online. So whether you're posting about your clothing business or your food business, find ways to bookmark, what is not called bookmark now, to watermark your things, put a label on it, make sure you have a logo so that, and the color palette, so that when people see your content, they know that this one belongs to you. And don't
Yeah.
forget to call people out when they copy your content and just put it on theirs. You take time to produce something and someone just lifts the same thing and put it on their page, and they're making more than you, the originator. don't don't fail to call them out, right? Don't be afraid,
Yeah.
don't be shy, don't be afraid.
Give
um,
credit.
exactly, to take the necessary measures. I've had to deal with so many of such issues, and I go straight to them and I call them out. Not calling them out like putting it out there, but going to them to say, hey, this is what you did and it's wrong. I need you to take it down or fully acknowledge me or fully acknowledge the organization. It's that bad. So it can be as little as someone just copying your content, and it can be as big as someone taking over your entire page or your entire website or your entire business, which can completely ruin everything you're trying to build. So as long as you're coming to the digital space, you have to keep that in mind as you're building. Don't share your passwords with just anyone. Before you hire someone into the team to manage your pages, ensure you trust this person, and that and you're also putting your eyes, shine your eyes. I think that's the word, shine your eyes.
Yes.
Yes, I shine my eyes, even though I have left this issue of social media management to someone else is managing it. But I wake up every morning, I'm checking. And sometimes I see something that was just mistakenly posted. I'm like, what? Go take it out now. And even if they're not available to take it out, I have access. So I take it out myself.
Immediately,
Just
yeah.
really telling women, keep your eyes on the ground, be alert. It's still your business. And as long as you're alive, you can't completely outsource anything to anyone. You need
Yeah.
to monitor closely. You need to continue to. Some go as far as making it theirs. That's true. Some go as far as making it theirs. In fact, someone used my face, created a full Telegram page, and started scamming people of their money. And so many of them came to me and said, you collected this amount of money from me for this investment scheme, and you did not do it. I said, it's not me, because heaven knows I cannot do investment scheme. That cannot be me. So call people out when they do things like that to you. It's your business. It's nobody's business. So you need to stand and defend it. You need to be that person that is outspoken when it comes to your business. and
Mm,
you show people that you know who you are, you know what you're doing, and that they cannot just come and take from you and take from
yeah.
you. So yeah,
Mm,
if there's any other advice, especially for women, it would be always remember that you're more than enough. And I don't think we say that enough. The fact that you're even a woman and you're taking this step, you are taking action, you're building a business that is empowering you, empowering the people you've employed, and even empowering your family. Because by extension, you're doing this for your family. It's a big
mm,
deal. And not just your family, you're doing it for the nation. It's a
yeah.
big deal. And you're enough. You don't even need any validation from anybody. You don't need any award. You don't need celebration online. Celebrate
Mm,
yourself. Know that you're enough and know that you are doing the Lord's work, and He wants you to continue to be diligent with that work. Don't cut corners. I've had opportunities to cut corners and make a lot of money, but I refused. So know what your business values and principles and standards are and stick to them. If you ever have to shift grounds just to please a client or please people, then you're going to be getting it wrong. And there are consequences for actions. So you may not see the effects now, but it will come much later. Many of the graces I think I enjoy today is because of some of the things I did many years ago, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. And somehow they come back as because they're like seeds. When you do good, you're sowing seeds of goodness. And when it's time
mm,
for harvest, you also harvest goodness, you harvest plenty, you harvest celebration, you harvest quite a lot, even more than you sowed. So I always encourage people stick to your values and principles. Don't have to compromise to please anybody. I mean, compromise in a bad way to please anybody. Stand your ground and do your thing and celebrate yourself. Know that you're enough and don't allow anybody try to put you down because you're a woman. I know a lot of women face those kind of challenges. Please don't. If technology is, if that tech skill the person is doing shakara for you. Because I used to tell people I reach out to, if I hire you for something and you're doing shakara for me, I will go and learn that thing and I'll never reach out to you again. And that's what I've done. Some
mm,
graphic designers some of them used to do that. And I said, look, I'm going to learn this. Today I don't need to reach out to most of them. I go ahead and I use Canva and I do everything I need to do, except it is, let's just hire someone to do this so I can take a break or something. That's when I have to do that. So if don't give anybody that chance to make you feel like you are working on eggshells because you're depending on them for something.
mm.
Always be on your toes so that you can do what you have to do. Yeah, and I would call it a I'll call it a wrap. Like I said, I take breaks. I don't like to kill myself now over anything. If it's not working out, no problem. We take a break, then we come back to it. But don't try too much to kill yourself. We need you to stay strong. We need you to stay alive.
Oh, thank you so much, Grace. Thank you for that. Like I had thought about the whole idea of women getting into tech, leveraging digital solutions, but never averted my mind to even the dangers of taking your business on the web. Like there are benefits, just like they say, anything, any good thing, any great thing has side effects. There are benefits and there are also dangers, and it is very important that when we advise women and when we educate them to leverage this solution, we should also tell them the dangers that accrue in these places so that they are better prepared. Anything that you're prepared for will not take you unawares. And I'm glad that Opportunity Desk is at a better place right now than it was when we started. Okay, I think I'm back now. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so I think that it's very important for us as women entrepreneurs to take all of these tips that we share. I keep going off. All right, I think my network is a bit stable now. All right, thank you so much. So I was just saying that. Okay, thank you. Oh, great, great. You guys can hear me. You guys are super supportive. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I was just saying that it's important that we take all of these tips, including as you go about trying to set up your web page, you go about trying to take advantage of these solutions. Grace today has talked about online stores. She talked about setting up account softwares, taking advantage of the softwares that are out there. All right. So I was saying that she had also made mention of the fact that you shouldn't, you can't outsource everything as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. So you should also be very keen, keep your eyes to the ground on anything that has to do with your business, because nobody can really do it as great as you can. And don't be overwhelmed by the idea of going into tech or taking advantage of any tech opportunity or any solution out there. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Initially, it may seem overwhelming, but as you begin to give your attention to it, like anything else that can be learned, it can be learned. And thankfully, there's no such thing as a man's brain having tech being techie than a woman's brain. It's just what are you giving your attention to. If this thing is really important to your business and you know that it needs it to survive, then by all means give your attention to it, learn it, own it for yourself. Even if you have to outsource it much later on as the business grows, there shouldn't be any aspect of your business that is blurry or hazy to you. You should be able to walk into any room or any space of your business and take charge of it and tell people exactly what it is you want them to do for you in that space. She also made mention of the fact that you should have a board of advisors. You cannot really have a business, a real business, and not have people who are able to advise you, who are able to tell you what to do. Now, let's say peradventure you set up your business without a board of trustees, a board of advisors. You should have a group of people that you can confide in, that you can run to when you encounter challenges that are beyond your scope or beyond your beyond your So, for final words as we wrap up tonight, I think I'll just borrow from Grace words something that she said. She said, if you have the habit of asking questions, you would receive answers. So, ladies, let that be top of mind for us as we approach this subject of digital solutions. It does not end here. This was a conversation. Now we move to the implementation stage, which is where you begin to all of these things learned in the course of the conversation series. So as we go about it, try to ask questions, ask the right questions, ask the wrong ones that will lead you to the right but whatever you do, do not keep quiet. Do not assume a position of silence. Take advantage of network of people. Make friends. Make colleagues. Reach out to people. Do not be an island, because really one person alone does not know it all. So reach out to people. Your solution might just be in the hands of somebody else. All right. So with that, I will call it a wrap for this session. Thank you so much, Grace. It's been amazing gleaning from you. Thank you for joining us on this conversation series. It's been really, really great. I would have loved to know if any of the ladies have questions for you. Hey, ladies, do you have any questions for Grace? Because we have to let her go. We've taken even way more time than we requested for. All right. So without further ado, I'll just hand back over to Iswa. PI, are you on this call? Great.
Thank you. I guess I can take
Yes,
this.
you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Grace. You're such a phenomenal woman. Thank you for, your knowledge base. Wow, that was super impactful, and I really, really did enjoy it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for revealing to us the things that we didn't know. And ladies, that's the power, of being in an empowering community. It said that, behind every successful women are empowered women, right? So you want to join the tribe of empowered women that we are raising and nurturing, through the Leading Ladies Foundation. Was such a great session. Thank you so much, Grace. And ladies, I know that you learned a lot. It's been 3 days, 3 full days of learning, of growing, of getting to the minds of people. Remember at the beginning of this session, I said, it is said that the secrets of great men is in their stories. We had four powerful speakers here, or on board the Equal Conversation series, who have shared, great insight about their businesses, about the technological terrain, about how to leverage on digital solutions to expand your business. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is, what will you do with the knowledge that you've gained? What next? What are you going to do? I want to present to you an opportunity by the Leading Ladies Business Institute, and it is called the Basic Leadership and Entrepreneurship course. Now, this is a flagship course of LLBI. It has transformed many women, across the globe, all right, all the way in Nigeria, different parts of Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, um, Trinidad and Tobago, UK, Canada, United States, China. Women all over the world have been learning and growing. From 2016 till date, we have empowered women in their hundreds, with this particular program. You don't want to be left out. Whether you have an idea of what kind of business to do, or you are in a place where you have started the business, but you are looking to scaling up. You have run the business for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, all right. Wherever state that you are, the basic leadership and entrepreneurship course, I assure you, is what you need. All right. We will, empower you. For the last, since 2008, the Leading Ladies Foundation has been dedicated to empowering women across the globe. Now is the time to get on board. The basic leadership and entrepreneurship course has been revamped. It's a holistic program. When I say holistic, I mean holistic. We will take you by the hand and walk you through what it takes to build a business, establish one, and take it beyond where you are. Included in this particular curriculum, is exports. All right, we're going to train you and teach you and give you insight on how you can take advantage, all right, of export laws and policies right from where you are to build a sustainable brand. Let me quickly run through what the curriculum looks like. All right, we have the program is divided into three different modules. All right, and under each module we have several courses. The first module is personal development. The second module is business development. The third module is digitalized business practices. The fourth module is developing an export plan. And the fifth module is the power of storytelling. All right. Now, this is holistic. With personal development, we help you build inner power, because you need that to be able to run a business and sustain it and see it outlive you. With business development module, we help you put structure into your business. All right. So that's where we're going, all the way to business structure, strategic business management, financial management, marketing and sales, business growth plan development. I mean, name it. We go to town with it. And then we move to the digitalized business practices. So how do you build an e-commerce business? How do you leverage on e-commerce platforms? All right. How do you set up digital payment systems? How do you run it? Budgeting and forecasting. All right. It's a lot. Cash flow management. It is powerful. And then we move to digital marketing. We will teach you and hold you by the hand. All right. So you want to go ahead and register right away. We'll help you develop an export plan for your goods and services. All right. And they will help you stand out in the world. In the noisy world, how do you stand out? We will help you. We will train you. All right. We'll train you how to position your brand out there. We will train you on how to, leverage on the platforms that you have and make sure that in 1,000 brands, your brand stands out. And that's why you need the basic leadership and entrepreneurship course. Don't second guess it. It is the best use of your 120,000 naira. I'm telling you, it doesn't even begin to cut it. One thing we can guarantee you is 100% money back guarantee. If you say it didn't work, if you say you didn't learn anything, if you see your business don't grow, we tell you we'll give you back your money 100% and some change as well. You want to take me up on that, right? And register to take the basic leadership on entrepreneurship course. And that is where we reveal to you, the full program and what you stand to gain as a leading lady. All right, you can visit our website, you can register, you can call up any of our team. We'll be willing, to hear from you, to answer any questions that you may have. And thank you so much. Thank you again, Grace. Thank you again, Ada, for that empowering and enlightening program. It's been amazing. So, ladies, over to you. What is stopping you from making that decision? All right. What is stopping you from going right now, and leveraging on this powerful community? You don't want to be left out. You want to join the train of empowered women all around the globe who are building sustainable businesses. I look forward to seeing you on the other side of success. For now, we're going to call it a close. All right, on the Equal Conversation series. It was fun doing it with you these 3 days for the International Women's Day celebration in the year 2023. We're looking forward to 2024. It will be loud. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. All right, let's hear from you what your reviews are, what you learned. All right, and we look forward to having you in our empowering community. Thank you. Bye bye.